Alright, let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, this thing could be worth a fortune? Well, don't laugh just yet because today we're diving into the wild world of valuable coins, and specifically, the 2006 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Yes, you heard me right, a penny worth $1 million. Forget Bitcoin, folks, your loose change might just be your ticket to financial freedom, but before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I found a penny on my car floor, sticky with what I hope was soda, and thought, just a penny. I almost threw it out. Later, I learned about rare coins and realized that tossing pennies could be like throwing away lottery tickets. That moment changed how I look at coins forever. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 2006 no-mint mark penny is worth millions, what to look for in your own coin jar, and how to spot other treasures in your pocket change. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the star of the show, the 2006 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. For those who don't know, no-mint mark means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. But here's the kicker, this isn't your everyday penny. Its value comes from a combination of rarity, condition, and a major error. And now, errors on coins are like typos in books, only way more valuable. For this penny, the error lies in its unique double die strike. Basically, it looks like Honest Abe has a shadow on his profile, like he's starring in his own superhero movie. Combine that with the pristine, uncirculated condition of the coin, and collectors go nuts for it. Coin collectors, or numismatists, say that 5 times fast, are a fascinating bunch. They hunt down these rare pieces like Indiana Jones looking for treasure. Why? Because coins like this represent a piece of history, a tangible reminder of the past. And when it comes to the 2006 penny, it's not just history, it's a perfect storm of rarity, error, and demand. Think about it like this. Imagine you're at an exclusive sneaker drop. You snag the only pair with a factory misprint, and suddenly, it's worth a fortune. That's what's happening here, except with a tiny, shiny piece of copper. And now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, how do I cash in on this? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Start by going through your coin jar or that random pile of change in your kitchen drawer. Look for 2006 pennies, and check them closely under good lighting, or better yet, with a magnifying glass. Remember, Philadelphia didn't stamp its coins with mint marks. Look for that slight shadow effect on Lincoln's profile or the lettering. The shinier and more flawless the coin, the higher its value. If you think you found one, get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Trust me, it's worth it. They'll tell you if your penny is the real deal and how much it could fetch on the market. Let me pause here and say, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, why do these crazy things always happen to someone else? I used to think that too, until I started taking this seriously. One time, I spent hours inspecting every coin in my house, and all I found was 27 cents, a Canadian quarter, and a Chuck E. Cheese token. But hey, persistence pays off, right? Even if you don't find a $1.1 million penny, learning about coin collecting is like unlocking a secret level in a video game. Suddenly, every coin has potential. Plus, it's a fun hobby. Who doesn't want an excuse to dig through their couch cushions and maybe strike it rich? Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 2006 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. It's proof that even the smallest things can pack a huge punch, kind of like how pennies themselves have been underestimated for ages. So next time you're about to toss a penny, think twice. It could be worth way more than 1 cent. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and wild coin stories coming your way. Who knows? Maybe the next video will help you find a coin worth even more than this one. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pockets, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy hunting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine this, you're rifling through your pocket change, trying to scrounge up a couple of bucks for a vending machine snack, and boom! You stumble upon a penny worth $1.2 million. That's right, $1.2 million. Forget the snacks, you've just hit the jackpot. Today, we're diving into the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin with an extraordinary value. Stick around, because not only will you learn what makes this penny so special, but I'll also share a hilarious story of how I almost threw away a coin that could have paid for my dream vacation. So, let's start with the basics. The 1994 No Mint Mark penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, featuring good old Honest Abe on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. You've probably seen this design 1,000 times. But here's the kicker: not all pennies are created equal, and this particular one has some serious star power in the coin collecting world. The absence of a mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, which is nothing unusual. However, what makes this coin so special? Drumroll, please, it's all about the error. Some 1994 pennies were struck with a unique defect, like a double die or other minting quirks, making them rare and highly sought after by collectors. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. Now, here's the part that'll make you want to dig through your couch cushions immediately. In pristine condition, a 1994 no mint mark penny with the right error can fetch up to $1.2 million at auction. Yes, folks, you heard that right, a single penny that could buy you a mansion, a yacht, or a lifetime supply of avocado toast. Let me paint a picture for you. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her old coin jar. You know the kind, the dusty mason jar that's been sitting on a shelf since the 80s. As I was sorting through it, I found a shiny 1994 penny. It looked different, almost special. But did I keep it? No. I tossed it back in the jar and thought, it's just a penny. Fast forward to today, and I'm reading about these million-dollar pennies. The regret is real, my friends. So, what should you be looking for? First, check the condition. The shinier, the better. Coin collectors love a good, uncirculated penny. Next, examine the coin for any errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the letters or numbers, unusual markings, or anything that seems out of place. And if you think you've struck gold, well, copper, get it appraised by a professional. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why would someone pay $1.2 million for a penny? It's not just about the coin, it's about the story, the history, and the rarity. Collectors are like treasure hunters, they're willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history that's one of a kind. And honestly, who wouldn't want to own a penny that's worth more than a Ferrari? Alright, friends, here's your action plan. The next time you're bored, grab that jar of spare change and start hunting for treasure. Who knows? That dusty old penny could be your ticket to financial freedom, or at least a really cool story to tell at parties. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding valuable coins and hidden treasures, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on our next deep dive into coins that could make you rich. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or have a funny story about your coin hunting adventures. I'd love to hear from you. Hey there, treasure hunters and penny pinchers. Imagine this: you're digging through your change jar, probably looking for enough coins to grab a soda or parking meter money, and bam! You stumble upon a 1978 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Little do you know, this tiny copper coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's right, folks, $1.3 million for a penny. Crazy, right? Stick around because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny. I'll tell you why it's worth so much, how to spot one, and, of course, share my personal mishap with a rare penny that turned out to be, well, let's just say less valuable than I'd hoped. By the end, you'll want to raid every couch cushion, wallet, and junk drawer you can find. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. What's up with the no mint mark? When a coin is struck without a mint mark, it means it was minted in Philadelphia. Normally, Philadelphia doesn't put a mark on pennies. But here's the kicker: most of these coins from 1978 were just ordinary pennies, except for a select few with unique characteristics that set them apart. These are the ones collectors go absolutely wild for. You're probably thinking, why on earth would anyone pay over $1 million for a penny? Great question. The 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny becomes insanely valuable when it has rare errors or is in immaculate condition, what collectors call MS67 red or higher. Translation? The coin looks like it just came out of the mint yesterday, with its shiny copper glow intact. Now, here's the funny part: my dad once told me he had a rare penny collection from the 70s. Turns out, his rare pennies were just a bunch of regular coins he kept in a sock drawer. The only thing rare about them was the smell of the socks. But hey, you never know, right? That's why I always check. So, what should you be hunting for in your pocket change or coin jars? First, check for no mint marks. Then, inspect the coin's condition. Is it shiny and nearly flawless? No dents or scratches? Congrats, you might be holding onto something special. If you're unsure, grab a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera with a zoom feature. Look closely at Lincoln's portrait and the date. Sometimes tiny die cracks, double die errors, or misalignments can mean big bucks. If you think you found something, don't panic and immediately quit your day job. Get it graded by a professional coin appraiser first. Here's the juicy part. In today's market, the rarest 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch up to $1.3 million at auction. That's right, some lucky person turned their pocket change into a house, a luxury car, or even early retirement. And the best part? There are likely more out there just waiting to be discovered. Let me tell you about the time I thought I struck gold. I found a shiny 1978 penny and was ready to celebrate. I called my buddy, hyped up the coin like it was the next Mona Lisa, and even started planning how I'd spend my millions. Turns out, it wasn't even close to rare, it was just polished. My buddy still teases me about my $1 million penny to this day. But hey, we live, we learn, and we keep searching, so, what's the takeaway here? That jar of coins you've been ignoring could be hiding a life-changing treasure. A 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.3 million is the ultimate reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. If you've got a collection or even just some loose change, start hunting today. And if you've learned something new or laughed a little at my sock drawer story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more tips on coins worth serious cash, strategies for spotting treasures, and maybe a few more embarrassing stories along the way. Hey, coin hunters and treasure seekers! Imagine this, you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for enough change to pay for that vending machine snack, and bam, there it is, a shiny little penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny. A 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny. The kind of coin most people wouldn't even bother picking up from the ground. But this one? It's the golden ticket of pocket change. Stick around, and I'll tell you how to spot one, why it's worth so much, and how you could turn your loose change into life-changing cash. Let's dive in, alright. First off, let's break down what makes this seemingly ordinary penny worth a fortune. The 2006 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the little D mint mark under the year. But we're not just talking about any 2006 penny here. The $1 million version is a super rare error coin. Something went wrong at the mint, and instead of being tossed out, these misfits made their way into circulation. Now, here's where it gets wild. The error usually involves the composition or strike of the coin. Maybe it's an off-center strike, a double die, or some funky lamination issue. Whatever the error, collectors go bananas for these unique pieces, and that drives up the value. Let me tell you a quick story. Last year, I was going through my old coin jar. You know, the one we all have? That bottomless pit of pennies, nickels, and the occasional Chuck E. Cheese token. Anyway, I found a 2006 penny. My heart started racing. Could this be the one? I grabbed my magnifying glass, my coin book, and even a flashlight because apparently, I think I'm a coin detective now. Long story short, it wasn't the rare one. But for those 10 minutes, I was mentally spending that $1.4 million on a beach house and a lifetime supply of tacos. So, how do you know if you've struck gold or copper in this case? First, grab your magnifying glass. You'll want to check look for doubling on the date or the lettering. Part of the design might be missing because it wasn't centered during the strike. Rare variations in the metal used can skyrocket a coin's value. If your penny looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, it's probably not worth much. But if it's in mint or near mint condition? Now we're talking, the big question, why would anyone pay $1.4 million for a penny? Well, collectors are a passionate bunch. They're like the treasure hunters of the modern age, always on the lookout for that one-of-a-kind piece to complete their collection. The rarer the coin, the higher the demand. And when it comes to the 2006 penny with errors, we're talking about extreme rarity. It's the unicorn of pocket change. So, the next time you're about to toss your loose change into a tip jar or let it pile up in your car's cup holder, stop and take a closer look. That penny you're about to overlook? It could be your ticket to $1 million payday. And hey, even if you don't find one, the thrill of the hunt is half the fun, right? If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, learning strategies to grow your collection, or just geeking out over some cool coin history, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Who knows? Your next treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're casually digging through your spare change, maybe looking for enough quarters to feed the parking meter, and bam, you stumble upon a coin worth $1.5 million. No, I'm not joking, and no, you haven't accidentally walked into a Nicolas Cage movie. Today, we're talking about a tiny piece of American history that packs $1 million punch, the 1975 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. That's right, a single penny could be worth more than your car, your house, and probably your entire closet full of shoes. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot it, and why you might want to start hoarding your spare change. And now, before we dive in, let me tell you a quick story about how I almost tossed a valuable coin without realizing it and why you don't want to make the same mistake. Alright, let's start with the basics. What makes the 1975 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny so special? At first glance, it looks just like any other penny. You've got Honest Abe sitting there, looking all presidential. But here's the kicker: not all 1975 D pennies are created equal. Some of them are error coins, and that's where the big bucks come in. An error coin is basically a hoopsie from the US Mint. Think of it like a limited edition factory mistake. In the case of the 1975 D penny, some coins were struck with a double die. That means the design was accidentally stamped twice, creating a slightly blurry or doubled image, especially noticeable on the date or the word Liberty. Another reason this penny is valuable? Its rarity. Not every 1975 D penny has this error, so finding one is like hitting the jackpot in a very nerdy, coin collector kind of way. And let me tell you, nerdy has never been so profitable. And now, if you've got a magnifying glass handy, or maybe just really good eyesight, you'll want to look closely at the coin's date and lettering. If you notice any doubling or misalignment, congratulations. You might just have a millionaire penny on your hands. Also, keep an eye out for coins in pristine condition. Grading services like PCGS can certify the coin's quality, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Trust me, a little dirt on your penny could mean the difference between a new car and a sad trip to the Coinstar machine. Here's where things get wild. The 1975 D penny recently sold for $1.5 million at auction, mainly because it was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coin collectors are like Pokemon trainers, they gotta catch 'em all. And when an ultra-rare penny like this comes along, they're willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collection. Now, let me share my almost missed opportunity. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my junk drawer and found a pile of old coins. I was this close to taking them to the bank, but something told me to Google one of the pennies first. Spoiler alert, it wasn't $1 million penny, but it was worth a few $100. Moral of the story? Always check your change, folks. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. So, you've checked your coins, and you think you've struck gold or copper, in this case. What's next? First, don't panic. Second, don't spend it on a candy bar. Take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service for evaluation. They'll confirm whether your penny is the real deal and help you figure out its true value. And hey, even if it's not the $1 million coin, it could still be worth a nice chunk of change. Worst case scenario? You're out one penny. Best case? You're planning a dream vacation with your new fortune. So there you have it, folks. The 1975 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, just one little coin that could change your life forever. Who knew history, rarity, and a tiny mistake at the mint could turn a penny into a millionaire's dream? If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips, stories, and strategies coming your way to help you spot valuable coins and maybe even start your own collection. Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through a jar of old pennies, the one grandma always had sitting on the kitchen counter, and you stumble upon a coin that looks like every other penny. Except this one, my friends, could make you a millionaire. Yes, I said millionaire. Today, we're talking about the 1949 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a little copper disc that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That's right, $1.6 million for something you might have accidentally spent on a pack of gum. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you why this coin is so valuable, how to spot one, and even a funny story about the time I thought I'd struck gold. Spoiler alert, I didn't. And, of course, I'll give you tips on how to find these hidden gems in your loose change. Let's dive in. First off, why is this coin worth more than my car, and probably yours, too? Well, it all comes down to rarity. The 1949 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. The thing is, back then, they didn't bother stamping a mint mark on coins made in Philly. But here's the kicker: due to some quirks in the minting process, very few of these pennies were made in pristine condition, and even fewer survive to this day. Now, let's talk details. This penny features good old Honest Abe on the front, because who else deserves to be on a penny, and wheat stalks on the back, which is why it's called a wheat penny. The value skyrockets if the coin is in something called mint state, meaning it's basically flawless, like it just popped out of the mint yesterday. So, if you find one, handle it like you're holding a tiny Fabergé. Alright, here's where you need your detective hat. Grab a magnifying glass or your phone's camera zoom, and look at the date. If it says 1949 and there's no tiny letter under the date, you might be in business. But don't get too excited just yet. Check the condition. If it's scratched, tarnished, or looks like it's been through a war, or your washing machine, the value drops faster than my enthusiasm for doing laundry. For the jackpot $1.6 million, you need it in near perfect condition. And hey, if you're not sure, take it to a professional coin grader. Trust me, they've seen it all and can tell you if you've hit the big time or just have a slightly cool penny. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his attic, the classic you never know what you'll find scenario. I came across a dusty box labeled coins. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be it? The treasure chest I'd always dreamed of? I started sifting through pennies like a kid hunting for the prize in a cereal box, and then I saw it, a 1949 penny. No mint mark. My palms got sweaty, my vision blurred, and I started planning my retirement. But then I noticed, it had a giant scratch across Abe's face. Just like that, my millionaire dreams were crushed. Moral of the story? Always check the condition before you get too excited. Also, maybe don't get your hopes up too soon when dealing with atticfinds.so. How can you find one of these magical coins? Start by checking your pocket change, old jars, and those random coins that seem to live in your car's cup holder. Garage sales and thrift stores are also gold mines for overlooked treasures. And if you're really serious, consider buying unsearched coin rolls from banks or online. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt. Alright, folks, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1949 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million. Who knew something so small could hold so much value? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good story, this little coin is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Now, before you go raid your penny jar, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and wild stories about coins worth big money. Who knows? Hey there, treasure hunters. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at the pennies rattling around in your pocket? Yeah, those tiny copper coins we all take for granted. What if I told you that one of those humble little pennies could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million? That's right, we're diving into the wild world of coin collecting today. And the star of the show is the 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Stick around because by the end of this video, you might be rushing to check that jar of change on your dresser. Alright, let's talk about this penny. The 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with a story that's as valuable as its price tag. First, let's clarify what no mint mark even means. A mint mark is a little letter stamped on coins to show where they were made. For example, a D means Denver, and an S means San Francisco. But if there's no mint mark? That usually means it was minted in Philadelphia. So why is this particular penny worth so much? Well, it all comes down to a rare error. You see, in 1988, the United States Mint had a bit of a hiccup. Some pennies were made with the wrong obverse die, meaning the front design of the coin wasn't quite what it was supposed to be. Coin experts call this a transitional error, and collectors go bananas for it. Now, here's where things get interesting and lucrative. Only a few of these error coins made it out into the world, which makes them incredibly rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rare equals valuable. In pristine condition, one of these 1988 no-mint mark pennies fetched $1.7 million at auction. Yes, million with an M. But here's the kicker: you don't need to be a millionaire to find one. These coins are still out there, hiding in plain sight. Imagine this: you're at a yard sale, and someone gives you change for a $5 bill. You glance down, and boom! There it is. Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic, but hey, stranger things have happened. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I decided to clean out my car. You know how coins just accumulate in the cup holders? Well, as I was sorting through the quarters, dimes, and sticky pennies, I found one that looked off. Turns out, it wasn't worth millions, but it was a rare penny worth $10. Not bad for something I was about to toss into a Coinstar machine, right? And that's the thing, every penny has a story, and some of them can change your life. So, how can you tell if you've struck gold? Well, copper. Start by looking at the year. If it says 1988 and there's no little letter under the date, you're on the right track. Next, grab a magnifying glass. Check for sharp details and a clear design, as condition plays a huge role in a coin's value. Point 1 pro tip: if you think you found something special, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can actually decrease their value. Instead, take it to a professional coin grader or dealer for an expert opinion. Beyond the money, coins like this remind us of the history in our hands. The 1988 no-mint mark penny is a piece of American craftsmanship and a snapshot of a time when mistakes turned into treasures. It's like finding a rare comic book or a misprinted baseball card. Alright, folks, we've reached the end of today's treasure hunt. If you've learned anything, it's that your pocket change might just be your ticket to a new car, a dream vacation, or heck, even early retirement. So, go ahead and check those jars, drawers, and couch cushions. You never know what you might find. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got more coin tips, stories, and strategies coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Plus, if you've ever found a valuable coin or have a story about a lucky find, drop it in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Hey there, treasure hunters. Picture this: you're rummaging through your pocket change or maybe an old jar of coins you inherited from grandma, and suddenly, bam! There it is, a humble little penny. But wait, this isn't just any penny, it's the 1970 D-mint mark Lincoln penny. And guess what? That tiny piece of copper could be worth $1.8 million. Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of this penny, why it's worth so much, and how you can start hunting for treasure in your own spare change. So grab your pennies and let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about this superstar coin. The 1970 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Now, most of these pennies are just, well, pennies. But a small number of them have something special, a minting error. You see, back in the day, the US Mint had one job: make perfect coins, and sometimes they didn't. These errors are what make coins like the 1970 D penny so valuable. The most famous error on this coin is a double die obverse. Basically, the front of the coin, the side with Lincoln's face, has been struck twice, slightly off-center. This creates a doubling effect on the lettering and date. It's like the mint was having a rough Monday and accidentally hit copy-paste on poor Abe's profile. So, why is this coin worth more than your dream house? It all boils down to rarity and demand. Collectors love error coins because they're unique. The 1970 D double die is incredibly rare, and its high-grade condition, the level of wear and tear, makes it even more valuable. Imagine a coin surviving over 50 years without being scratched, dropped, or shoved in a vending machine. That's a miracle. One of these beauties recently sold at auction for a whopping $1.8 million. Yes, someone paid nearly $2 million for a penny. If that doesn't make you want to raid your coin jar, I don't know what will. Now, let me share a little story. A few years ago, I decided to take up coin collecting. Not because I was looking for million-dollar pennies, but because I was bored and needed a hobby that didn't involve Netflix or TikTok. One day, I found a jar of old coins in my garage. It was mostly dusty pennies, but I was determined to check every single one. After hours of squinting at tiny dates and mint marks, I found absolutely nothing. But that experience taught me how to spot rare coins. And you know what? It's actually pretty fun. Plus, now I'm the weird friend who checks everyone's pocket change at dinner. Here's the fun part: you can start your own treasure hunt today. Grab a magnifying glass and check those pennies. Look for the date 1970 with a D mint mark below it. Then, check for doubling on the letters Liberty or the numbers in the date. If you think you've struck gold or copper in this case, get the coin graded by a professional. Trust me, it's worth it. So there you have it, the story of the 1970 D Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of history that could make you a millionaire. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Now, before you dive into your coin jar, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. And hey, if you find a 1970 D penny, let me know in the comments. I'll be your biggest cheerleader.